So dudes, I hope you're all having a good day. Welcome back to the Gregor Gaming Experience. Today we're going to talk about hard breachers. We're going to talk about all three of the main hard breachers. We're not going to talk about can openers. We're not going to talk about the can opener secondary gadget available for operators like Buck and many others, because that's a little bit more specific. Right now what I'm going to be talking about is pretty much just comparing and contrasting each of the hard breachers, not just for the purpose of, you know, fun Siege trivia, but also just so you can get an idea of what makes each operator tick on each particular site and why different operators are brought on different sites. You might think they all do the same thing, and they do, but they do them in different enough ways to justify bringing one or the other. This video is sponsored by Atlas VPN. A VPN, or a virtual private network, is usually encrypted. It encrypts your online traffic. And right now, Atlas VPN is doing a sale on a package deal. $2 a month for 3 years. So what does it give you? It protects you from spying and public Wi-Fi dangers, and it hides your IP address and online activities. Atlas VPN offers you the ability to use Atlas VPN on all devices, no additional subscriptions. It all goes on one subscription. It keeps you safe on the internet too. It blocks malicious links, trackers, lets you know when your data's been breached, and it can help you save money on all sorts of localized deals and content from different services. Content like local Korean dramas. Because you watch a lot of those, right? Find out what happens on the next season of... Yeah, I've already seen that one. Okay, that just seems unrealistic. Find out what happens on the next episode of Gabagool, Only Over Lonely Heart. I don't know. Go to the link in the description. You will get 3 years for $2 a month, and it's a limited time offer. Thanks again to Atlas VPN for sponsoring this video. Now, the one thing people know about Hibana, for the most part, is that she can cover more ground, right? She can destroy up to 3 hatches by using 3 sets of 4 X-Kairos charges. But the other thing too is that when it comes actually to wall destruction, Hibana's really freaking slow at covering a large amount of ground. I'm going to show you what I mean here in just a moment. So this is what typically Hibana's going to do, right? She's safe, right? She's not going to get peeked as easily from outside here, Villa Balcony being a really good example. And this is how long it takes for her to set up her X-Kairos. And I'm spamming the click on that thing. And then finally it opens. Now, if I want to add another layer to it, complication to this, fat finger, I can make head level holes on the side here, and then I have to wait for that too. So now I'm going to show you how fast Ace can cover this same amount of ground. Again, Ace can sit outside the balcony here, which is cool and all, but here's the main difference. Now, the other component to this as well is that Hibana is a lot easier to Bandit Trick. If you ban Cade, you're probably going to end up dealing with the Mute or a Bandit. And it's kind of not as in the meta as it used to be, but it's still somewhat there. So if I have all of my batteries, like, spread out, let's say we're doing it on a triple wall, which is going to be less common. Usually Bandit's going to be done on double walls because it's just easier to hear. Easier to hear and easier to move from one to the other. But, like, everything gets blown off of this, right? Like, let's say these are all gone. Wherever Hibana, like, puts down her pellets, I can pretty easily just, like, go. Even Thermite, right? But with Ace, he can spread his charges all across the wall, and then, like, like there's nothing I can do. So this is another reason you're probably on a wall like this, you're probably going to see the top of this open. I'm not going to do that with a C4 normally, right? But this is usually going to be open all the way, and then someone's going to throw impacts through the top. Or, in some cases, if the Ace actually goes down by the first charge, then somebody's going to impact the side of it, and then it'll stop it in its tracks. But even then, that's still after a line of sight has been established with that Ace charge. So you can't just... Obviously, you can't throw an impact at the X-Kairos when it's on the other side of the wall, right? It either blows up or it doesn't. With Ace, even if the charge stops working with that impact trick, you still get some kind of guaranteed value out of it. So there's more guaranteed value. It's easier to use, and it covers more ground more quickly. The main thing is that Ace can't get as many hatches. Depending on the map and depending on the site you're attacking, it usually makes more sense to bring multiple hard breachers. Why would you bring more than one hard breach? You only need one. Yeah, you only need one, technically. But in a more competitive environment, it's going to give you a lot of wiggle room. So here's a really good example. So Hibana, so for a basement take on Clubhouse, which is super hatch dependent, there's 3 hatches that you're going to need to go for. The kitchen hatch, which you can do from relative safety here. Watch this run out. The bar hatch, and the stock hatch. So you got all these freaking hatches, and then you still have the wall. Let's say you're going to do a church take, typical church take. Okay, I have 6 pellets. What am I going to do? I mean, I guess I could put them here. Okay. Yeah, this'll work. Not. No, it won't. So sometimes you're going to have a Maverick pick up the slack a little bit. You usually have Maverick do this hatch here. And the reason he'll do this one and not the kitchen one is because that floor is made of wood, and he can get C4'd while he's doing it. The Mav will probably get this hatch. That leaves Hibana with more Excyrus pellets to open up the church wall. Or, you could just bring a Hibana and a thermite, and they don't have to deal with that crap anymore. Right? Like, okay, let's pretend that Hibana got all the hatches. Okay? You know, we had people push from blue, we're doing a split take. Somebody managed to shoot the bandit box or the Cade stick or whatever. Okay, cool. Watch my moto, watch my moto. Kablam. Alright. Smoke off this doorway. Then plant. These are some of the key differences, right? So Thermite has to get up to the wall and plant it himself, but it's the fastest and it blows up the most amount of crap. Ace can throw his charges over a wider area, and he can do them safely. That's the balance act. Hibana's more versatile, but she's not as specialized. Right? That makes sense. I hope this gives you a good idea of different hard breachers and how you should really treat them like tools to complete an objective, right? Like, there's different tools that you can use for a variety of different projects. There's one type of nail that's great for a wide variety of projects, but there's probably one nail that's made specifically for that project you're doing and not a bunch of other projects. Another example that I saw in a Pro League game recently, Ace can make a little head glitch angle here. This would be actually, hey, that's convenient. That's actually really convenient. Right, like let's say, I don't know, you plant the diffuser like right here. Correct me if this is a bad plant spot. I mean, it looks pretty good. But yeah, I mean like, this is huge, right? I have a really good head glitch angle here that I can just freaking. Right, if I hear the plant go off, I can pre-fire that. Really, really safe, advantageous position here behind cover. This is really useful. And yeah, Hibana can do that, but Ace can just freaking like, you know, Thermite can't do this. But that's the long and short of it in terms of hard breachers. I'd like to do more videos in the same kind of vein, talking about different operators that occupy the same job. So maybe wall deniers, mute, Cade, bandit. That'd be a good comparison video to do as well, I think. Let me know what groups of operators you'd like me to cover in the future, and I'll try to make time to do that. If this video raised your Siege IQ, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. It really helps me out a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.